Welcome today's host, Sarah Kemp, as she leads discussions on substance use disorder and the journey to recovery. You're listening to Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution here on AM 950, the progressive radio station. I'm Sarah. I'm your co-host. Caddy is out this week. She's doing a Recovery Coach Academy this week. So you get me and my special guest,
Brianna Mitchell.
I'm so excited to have her on today. So Bree will be talking about how she found her way to Minnesota Recovery Connection. She'll share a little bit about her story, how she found her recovery. And then Bree is also part of our peer advisory council. So we're going to end the show talking about what that is, what they do, and some of the events that they have put on this past year and maybe some upcoming ones that they have in the works. But before we get to all that, I want to do a thank you to our generous funders, including the Patrick and Amy Butler Foundation, Otto Bremer Trust, the Sauer Family Foundation, the Hardenberg Foundation, alongside our many other generous funders, our donations that we get in through our audience and our community. And I also want to give a big thanks to our volunteers that come to donate their time to Minnesota Recovery Connection. And I also want to give a big thank you. We ended our Recovery Month events this morning. We had our gratitude breakfast, and because Bree was there, and we left the event feeling good about all the work that we do for the recovery community and how much love was in the room. Don't you agree, Bree?
Yes, it was fun.
Yeah. So we just want to thank everyone that has shown their support through our Recovery Month events, and we are looking forward to next year already. And make it even bigger and better than this year. So Bree, what is right with you today?
The fact that I was able to get to the gratitude breakfast because this was my first time there and experiencing something new. Sarah, what is right with you today?
I think what's right with me today is the gratitude breakfast as well. This is something that is meaningful for the recovery community, and just starting the day off with positivity and gratitude is always a great way to start the day. So Bree, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you found Minnesota Recovery Connection, why Minnesota Recovery Connection, in your journey to find us? Okay.
So I found Minnesota Recovery Connection up in 2023 after I graduated from Berkwood. I got introduced to you guys through my significant other, Darnell Cox.
Director of Operations.
Yeah. He was a volunteer around that time, and me just becoming out of treatment, he was like, well, you can sit here in this room, this, that, and the other, or you could do something with your time and come out and volunteer, be around sober community, sober people, because that was a whole different thing for me. Usually I was around users or around drugs and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a bit of a change, and it's better than sitting in a room.
But a good change for you though, because it helped you find your community from what I've seen.
I put in a lot of work the first month.
You did. And I have seen you since you started volunteering with us. I've seen you grow into a person that is very enthusiastic, and she has a lot of energy, folks. And sometimes I wish I could get some of her energy.
Take my kids, you'll have it.
So what do you like about Minnesota Recovery Connection and volunteering with us?
Okay. What I like is that, for one, it's sober. Mm-hmm. Like all my jobs in the previous was always around drugs and all that kind of stuff, and I would always use. So being able to be myself in a place where no drugs is around, that's very helpful and resourceful to me. The fact that you guys are actually resourceful, because I'm a resourceful type of girl.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Can I just do a little shout out to Bree? And I know Caddy did one a couple weeks ago when we were talking about our walk for recovery, but we had Bree help us get donations for our walk for recovery, and she did an amazing job. When she says she's resourceful, she means it. We got the most donations I think I'm going to say ever, at least in my time at Minnesota Recovery Connection. So thank you for all your hard work.
You're welcome.
That you did for that.
And also, when I first started volunteering at MRC, Caddy used to like, because I was trying to make a resume,
Yeah.
and I would show Caddy like some stuff like, I don't know if this would do. I don't know if I can get a job at this. But then she was like that. Like she looked at it and seen that I had a lot of stuff that I'm good at a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
And before I would have not known what to do with it, but y'all gave me a chance to put it in work and all that kind of stuff. Like making flyers and stuff. I would have never thought that, like just doing it on my own.
Oh, and that you enjoy doing it.
Yeah. I now do it for my kids' school.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I just made them like 4 or 5 flyers for their fun run next month.
Wow. So it helped you find a new, I don't know if purpose is the right word, but a new
Purpose.
Yeah. Something you would love to do.
Yeah. Because before I was using, I had no direction in life on what I wanted to do. Before using, I wanted to do animation and stuff like that. While using, I don't know. After finishing treatment, I'm getting a better understanding of what I might want to do in life.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, and that's what recovery can do for you, is that it can help you find your new passion in life. And you are not an artistic person. I've seen the flyers she makes. She's very artistic and creative. And when I see her coming in with a new flyer, she's all excited, and it's fun to see someone have that passion again. Wouldn't you say, Bree?
Yeah, I ask my kids to say I'm no fun.
Well, kids will be kids, right? So I can tell she's a little nervous, so I'm trying to coax her out of some questions. So
I'm just trying not to talk fast.
I know, and I appreciate that. So Minnesota Recovery Connection, you came to us through Darnell.
Yeah.
You started
and also through Eric, because he used to come down to Berkwood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Eric, one of our volunteers, I believe still goes to Berkwood once a week, brings in an all recovery meeting.
Yeah.
And that's how you found out about us, and then your significant other, Darnell. So other than helping find your passion and being around the recovery community, what else has Minnesota Recovery Connection given you?
A place to really bring my kids.
There you go. I mean,
they love it there.
They do. They love running up and down the hallways and just having fun in the office.
Going to the movie nights and all the other volunteer things that you guys have going on. Like, they love it. I love it. Especially when y'all... Side question. Are y'all doing a Halloween bingo this
Not
year?
that I know of, no.
Dang it.
No.
Like, that first one I won, I was excited. Especially because they'd had a recovery bingo, I think it was last year or 2 years ago or something. And that's when me and Darnell had first got our place. And the stuff that we won from that, we used to decorate the house and all that kind of stuff. So,
gotcha. Gotcha. Not that I know of.
Yeah, so it was fun. It was very helpful. And through Minnesota Recovery Connection, the fact that I am able to give back to the community and teach my kids how giving back to the community and helping people not for profit, just out of the kindness of your own heart, is big for me.
Do you think that just popped something in my brain? Do you think having Darnell and you being a part of something that's much bigger than yourselves as the recovery community shows your kids that you're committed, even though they're still young, but that you're committed to your recovery, that you're doing something for the greater good now?
I believe so, but luckily for us, our oldest, he's 10, and he really doesn't know too much about drugs,
that's good.
Which is good.
Yeah.
But as he gets older, we will teach him about drugs, and I do take him to some of the events with me, and he likes them. Every time I go to the event, he like, can I go? But you got a party to go to. I want to go to the event with you.
Well, that's good. It shows that they're seeing what you guys are doing, and that you're bettering yourselves, not only for yourselves, but for them, and that you're being the best mom that you can be for them. And
something that I did start with my kids is, because I don't want them to get in the concept that I want this, I want this, so it's mine, and I don't want to give nothing away to nobody else. They can go buy their own stuff. I want them to understand that people in the world, some people do go through downfalls and go through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So what I do nowadays for my kids is every year we donate all of their toys. That all their toys is just to make room for the new ones.
Oh,
so
sure.
we get rid of the old, give it to families, donate it to wherever we can. Just like we do with the clothes. We get rid of toys and then bring in new ones.
That's awesome.
They don't want to, but they gonna
You know,
understand when they get older.
but it shows that they can help people, even as young as they are. They can still help other people. So we are going to take a quick break here on Redefining Recovery, a Recovery Revolution. When we come back, we will hear more from Bree. Thanks for listening.
This guitar needs 6 strings.
Welcome back to Redefining Recovery, a Recovery Revolution here on AM 950, the progressive radio station. I'm here with
Brianna Mitchell.
Welcome back. So Bree, where we left off was you talking about how you found your way to Minnesota Recovery Connection. What I want to do now is I want to hear a little bit about your story.
Okay.
It's short and sweet. But how and why?
Okay, so I'm gonna start off with childhood. Growing up, I had food, housing, and all that kind of stuff, but the only thing I was not allowed to do was go outside and be around people and all that kind of stuff. So when it came to being social, I didn't know nothing about it. So when I turned 18, that's when I got out, lived life, started doing drugs, started drinking, pretty much cigarettes. I started everything at 18 once I got that freedom.
Because you didn't know what it was like.
I didn't know. I didn't even know what drugs were growing up. So weed and all that, didn't know what it was.
So it sounds like you were very sheltered.
Yes, very. So 18, I became an experimenter.
Yeah, well, I mean, and the thing is that you didn't know anything else. Like you didn't know about it. So you're like, I want to try it because I didn't know about it.
Yeah. And first started cigarettes, then weed, then alcohol, mixing those. And then I got introduced to meth. From that point on, like for me, meth did the opposite effect. Like usually it makes people hyper and stuff. For me, it knocked me out. So when I used it, I would just use it and tell myself that I'm using it to make myself go to sleep and stuff like that.
Sure.
And then over the years, it got worse and worse. And then I added more drugs onto it. Like I guess I can say I've done pretty much every drug except for Fetty and heroin and stuff like that.
Fentanyl is what she's talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
No, it's okay. No, see, that's why I'm here. So when you use slang words, I can explain what it is. Yes. So don't worry. Okay. So sheltered childhood. You got out when you were 18 and you were like, the whole world's mine now.
Yeah.
I can do what I want to.
Yeah. Like so teenage years, because I got an older brother and I got a twin brother.
Oh, I didn't know you were a twin.
Yeah.
Wow. Learn something new every day, folks. And I've known her for a couple years now, and I didn't even know that.
When we were in high school, like my twin would smoke weed and be drinking with his friends, and I wouldn't do nothing. I would just be in my room and stuff. So then when I tried it, he got mad at me for using. I'm like, what you mean? How you gonna get mad at me when y'all use and y'all drinking all that kind of stuff all the time? But it's bad when I do it. So that kind of got on my nerves and made me go out there and do even more stuff. Like, okay, fine, whatever, you do you. I'm gonna go do this. And then like over the years of my usage, things went downhill. I lost jobs, lost houses, lived in my cars. There was a time I was stuck on a highway for 3 days.
Wow.
The only people that stopped was cops. And I cannot remember if I had a warrant at the time. I don't think so, but I know I did not have a license.
Okay. So, I mean, but that shows the progression of what substance use disorder can do to somebody's life.
Yeah. I was always out of gas and all that kind of stuff. Stuck on the highways. What I learned from being stuck on a highway for 3 days is that if you ever do get stuck on the side of the road and stuff like that, need a car jump or run out of gas, you probably overuse all your insurance or don't have insurance. There's this thing called a yellow truck that would come help you. They would come jump your car and give you like $5 in gas for free.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I learned a lot of stuff.
I was going to say, Bree is good at resources. I tell you what, she knows a lot of things. But see, that's the gift that recovery has given you, and also during your active use, you had to use different resources. You had to be resourceful. And so now that you're in recovery, you know of these things, these organizations, programs, whatever they are, that can help you and that can help other people. So when you encounter that, you can let them know that these things will help you.
One thing that I will say is, if you're in your car behind the steering wheel and you just put your head on the steering wheel for a couple minutes, don't do that, because people will assume that you are like overdosed or dead or something happens to you, and then they call the police and the ambulance, and it's like, so
Just
don't.
not a good thing to do, huh?
Yeah, you can read on your phone, just don't read in a driver's seat with your head down.
Okay.
I know from experience.
Okay, well, you've had a lot more experience than probably some.
Yeah.
But because I'm always going to find the positive in it. You know me. But look where you are now.
3 kids, living in the house, got cars, doing everything right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it comes to my kids, when I tried to get sober back in 2020 around like COVID time and stuff, I was a year sober. But then a little bit after COVID, I got overwhelmed with my kids.
Yeah, she has 3 kids, folks, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
As someone that doesn't have kids, I don't know what it's like. But I imagine having 3 is a lot.
Well, at the time when I was sober, and I would say this, at that time, my kids was my reason for relapsing, because it was during COVID. So my oldest had to stay home and do his schoolwork through the computer. My middle son, we had just found out, was autistic. We had a dog, and I was pregnant with my youngest. It was very stressful. It was a lot going on.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot at once.
Yeah.
Especially for only being a year in recovery.
Yeah. So after I had baby girl, drugs, it was like right there. I needed the energy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So at the time, my kids, I would say, was my reason for relapse. But now I got MRC to help me, and a whole bunch of other organizations that help me, so that way the stress don't just build up.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm dealing with 2 kids with ADHD, and one of them that's high up on the autism scale. And I go to therapies and all that kind of stuff for them. So I have a busy schedule.
Yeah.
And to me, that busy schedule alone helps. Like, because it gives me something to do. It's not like I'm just sitting there like, oh, I want to go get high and stuff like that.
You're
not
staying
like I'm
busy.
Just yeah.
You're staying busy. And I can speak from personal experience as well that staying busy helps. Because then you're not just sitting there thinking about the olden days, or thinking about if I just did it this one time, just those thoughts that creep back in the noggin every once in a while.
Yeah, they do too much. They do, but I love them, and they really are my strength.
Yeah, I mean, I know that it's a lot, and I because I've talked to you and I've seen you when you come in the office and stuff like that. And 3 kids is a lot, and especially I can't imagine what it's like to have a child on the autism spectrum. I imagine that's a whole different kind of parenting skills that you have to have, you and Darnell.
Yeah, he's a runner.
But look how strong you are, though. That you're doing it, and you're not running from it.
I think I know where to run.
But
I'm not allowed. Them kids would chase me down.
They probably would. But I'm trying to give you a compliment, young lady, and you're not taking it. But I'm just saying, because I like to find the good in everything. That's just who I am. But I've seen you before, like when you were early on with volunteering with us. I admire what you have done with yourself and your life, because that's a lot. I mean, I just have 2 cats, as most of the audience knows. My 2 cats are it. I can't imagine having 3 kids, as well as having one that's on the autism spectrum.
I can help you with that.
No, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. My boyfriend and I like our life the way it is.
I mean, we always looking for babysitters.
No, I'm not the one to babysit your kids. I promise you that. I'll just bring them back to you all sugared up and caffeine, and no. But no, I'm really impressed by you.
Thank you.
and what you've done with yourself and your recovery, and that you've turned it around. And you're now the mom that I'm sure you've always wanted to be, even during your active use.
One other thing that I will say about MRC is when I first went there, I was very skeptical.
Some people are.
I was very skeptical because, like when you new to recovery and stuff, trusting people is very hard, especially when they're super nice. So when people was being nice to me, I'm like just feeling super anxious and all that kind of stuff. Like, okay, they're being too nice. What do they want?
Yeah, listen, I was the same way when I got in my recovery because I was so used to people being nice because they wanted something else. And so it took me a while, like you, to realize that people are just nice, or they can be just nice just because that's who they are.
And then based on that, I realized Minnesota Recovery Connection is a very comforting place. Like for people that's new in recovery and like really need help and all that kind of stuff, I would really suggest going to MRC because they make you feel like family, even if they don't know you. It's very comforting.
Thank you. That's very nice because I will say we've worked hard to make that culture around the office and for volunteers and anyone that needs our services. We do our best to make sure that people feel welcome and that they can be who they are without needing to feel like they have to be somebody else.
Yeah.
And I know Bree, she's herself when she comes in the office and we love it. But I mean, that goes to show when you're in a space that you can be who you are, good things happen.
Because believe it or not, when I first got there, I was numb. Like I was completely numb.
I don't blame you because you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure out who we are as an organization. You hear about it from your significant other, but you don't know what it is. So I get it.
I had to ask him a couple times, like, are you sure? Because they're being too nice.
Well, it's just who we are. We're a nice place. We're nice folks. And we do our best to make sure that everybody feels welcome. And I think that based on what you've just said, that we've accomplished that.
Yes.
So what else about your story that you want to share with the folks?
Let me see, because there's a lot of downs and ups. Okay, so I will say that during my recovery, like my mom did have my kids for a couple of years. For my oldest, when he was younger, CPS was involved, and the way that I get CPS off is because I gave temporary custody to my mom.
Okay.
But I did miss a court date, and the judge gave her temporary rights of him. And from what I'm told, she said that the judge said that it's up to her to give him back when she feels that that she sees fit.
Yeah.
So that took a while. That took a couple years, but I was there to visit as often as I could and bring what I could and not to help out when I can. And I am like very grateful for my mama for that, because who knows what kind of situation I would be in with my kids,
or even what kind of situation they would be in.
Yeah, because I know I've lived in cars up in the wintertime with no heat or anything like that, and yeah, I couldn't put my kids through that. So I'm very grateful that she did take them and helped raise them.
Yeah,
and now I am able to return the favor because they're staying with us. And
there you go.
Yeah.
And I want to point out that that not everybody has that support system. And so I believe you're very fortunate to have your mom take on those kids in a time where you couldn't, so that you could get yourself well and get yourself in a place that you can have them back, take them back. Even if they wear you out.
Every time I came back, my mom was like, "You pregnant again, God?"
Well,
I mean,
it is what it is. But you got 3 beautiful kids out of it.
Yeah.
And I imagine, a great motivator for you and Darnell to stay in recovery.
Yeah. Like literally without them, I literally don't know where I would be. Like, I would try to say I would be sober, but I don't want to lie because that's unknown.
Well, and that's the thing too, is that finding what you're passionate about in your recovery, whether it's your kids, whether it's making posters on Canva, whatever it happens to be, that's why I think it's so important to find that passion, because that helps you sustain your recovery then. Because now I imagine, I could be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong, that because you've been in recovery for a while now, it's hard for you to imagine going back to that lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah. I cannot imagine. Like, sometimes I still get like I wouldn't even say cravings. Like, sometimes if my e-cig is burnt and I hit it, it tastes like meth. Like, I don't know. It's probably
Or
just
that's what you
sensory thing.
that's what you associate that taste with.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not a good taste.
No, it's not. As also someone that used to also do methamphetamine, I get it. But
And I don't like the chest pains that it brings and all that kind of stuff.
So moral of the story, everybody, if you're newly in recovery, find your passion. Find something that can give you joy. Because what I've learned in my personal recovery and what I've seen of Bree finding her passion and her drive in her recovery, that's helped both of us sustain.
And also, everything that you've done when you were using, some of it can be transferred over to your sobriety and used for good.
That's true. Do you have an example of one?
Well, I know of a couple places of organizations that are very helpful that when I was using, I had to go to. So back in 2015, I tried to commit suicide 3 times.
Oh no, really?
Yeah. But and I tried, like, one of them, I went to Reasons and told them I was going to jump in front of a train and stuff like that. Like, it was.
You were just in that bad of a mental space.
Yeah. But then they sent me to this place called Diane Karen's. It's a suicide center up in St. Paul off of White Bear and Case, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. So they let you stay there 10 days rent free to just go out there and like try to get your life together, go find jobs. And like, you just got to be in by a certain time. You can do whatever you want. You just got to be in by a certain time. Just don't do what I do, because I got kicked out both times I went. Just show up on time.
Okay. What I'm also curious about, so you had your resourcefulness in your active use. So how has that transferred over to your recovery?
So some of the organizations that I know about when I was using, I can reach out to them to try to set up and organize events together. So that way, any of those resources that I used to use can be used by other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like clothing resources, food shelves, toy shelves. I know a good toy shelf. I just went there yesterday. Super nice. Like, I didn't even know that they had toy shelves in places that you can get toys for free outside of Toys for Tots, but they do. Like, any resources like that is hard to come by in usage, or people don't trust because of usage and think that, bring those into events like that we do with the pack and stuff, so that way it can help the community. Like the community helped me.
Yep. And so she just said the PAC, and the PAC is our peer advisory council. So we'll just jump into the PAC because I feel like Brie wants to, that's her thing. She loves talking about the PAC. So here we are. So our peer advisory council. So it is, I'm just going to do a quick little snippet of what I understand it to be. So they're a group of individuals from the recovery community. They're a part of the recovery community, and they meet once a month to come up with events. And then also they help myself, because I'm on the PAC as well, help us learn at Minnesota Recovery Connection how we can better help the recovery community. Because we can think we know all day long, but we're not typically out there every day. I mean, we're providing services and stuff, but we're not out in the community every day like some people are. So they help us learn how we can better serve the community. And Bree has been on our peer advisory council for 2 years.
Maybe a year and a half. Almost.
Year and a half. I'm just gonna give her 2 years
for a while.
And she has, I tell you, because I've been on our peer advisor council since 4 years ago. She has brought so much light and energy and excitement into our peer advisory council. She has helped plan events. So I know maybe it was a year ago, you guys did a free sale or a free garage sale over in North Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what that event was?
So for the free sale, there was pretty much anything that you can think of as far as clothes, shoes. There was even a wedding dress there for free. So if somebody wanted to get married, y'all could have came and get that. We had about maybe 20 or so tables just full of free stuff, housing, kid stuff. Like we had kids join up. We had kids come over and grab some stuff just completely free. For that one, we teamed up with Steve Rumbler, Anything Helps, and
Recovery Cafe Frogtown?
No, it was another one. No, it was something. Hope I don't know. I forgot what it was. But like all of those organizations, we got stuff donated off of Amazon, like pallets and stuff full of stuff. And then we went through it. We had donation days so people can get rid of stuff that they no longer want. Because me personally, I know how hard it is to get rid of bulky things.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
I mean, just in general, though, it's hard to always find places that you can get or you can go and donate things.
Yeah. So we had donation day. People can donate stuff that they don't want, and then we just give it all away for free. We don't want to charge anybody anything. Like, because I know from experience, it's kind of hard out there.
It is. Well, and it is hard out there. Things are more expensive now. Not to get into whatever, but things are just more expensive now.
Yep.
And so when you are able to provide a community that is struggling, that's a beautiful thing.
And also at that free sale, I didn't even know this until late, but Anything Helps paid for a food truck to come, and the food truck itself, everything on the food truck, free food and everything.
Oh, wow.
And the burritos were delicious.
Yes, Anything Helps is a great organization over, I believe they're over North Minneapolis. They're a great harm reduction organization. They provide harm reduction supplies. They have Narcan. I believe they have just other supplies.
If you need to go there and wash laundry, you can do that for free. They got clothes that you can pick out, even stuff for kids. Like they have a lot of stuff. I actually gotta go donate.
Yeah. Okay. So you did the free sale. What else has the pack done?
We did a free resource event. And for that, it was a free resource barbecue event. So we gave out free barbecue. Tons of resources was there. I was able to get a mental health truck there.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yep.
Yeah. And there were bouncy houses. It was just fun. Now, planning wise, volunteer wise, I probably messed up. But
okay.
But outside of that, it started off being an outside event. But with everybody that we had, organizations, and especially the volunteers that we had, when it was around the time of the lockdown. So when that lockdown got into place, we moved everything inside, and it was super smooth.
Well, I think the weather also had a part of it too, because it was starting to rain.
That too, but it was smooth.
But yeah, it was that.
By the time I turned around, everything was inside.
Yeah, I mean, it was that day that there was some tragedy around the state of Minnesota, so we just moved everything inside. But I am very proud of what the PAC does and what they do for the community. I think it's a really awesome thing to see a group of individuals that want to do good for the community or do well for the community. I don't know. I'm not great at grammar sometimes, folks. But they want to help out and they want to make a difference. And for somebody that I don't get to do that all that often in that sense, I do it in my own way, but to be a part of it in a roundabout way through Minnesota Recovery Connection is pretty cool.
And if you were at the Walk for Recovery and you passed our table, you probably got a good because we were uplifting people that day. So we was handing out motivational cards.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
A lot of people were very thankful and said that they needed that because that's kind of where they were at in that place.
Okay. And did you have a lot of people stop at the table at the Walk for
Oh
Recovery?
yeah, you know me. Hey,
I
come
know.
here.
I know. She is. I tell you, folks, if you need anybody to be a hype woman to get people involved, she's your girl.
One of them
I
tried to get
tell
away, but
you.
I'm like, hey, I saw you. You tried to walk past last time. Come here.
See, I tell you, she has the energy of like 10 people.
I had the nails on too. It was working as magic.
She is a great people getter in the best way. We are going to take another break. You are listening to Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution here on AM 950, the progressive radio station.
This guitar needs 6 strings, 'cause without it there's no song. And this house needs love in it, 'cause without it there's no home. And there's one thing that I've learned.
Welcome to Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution. I'm Sarah. I'm the co-host for today, and I'm with
Brianna Mitchell.
And we are back. We are finishing up our conversation with Miss Bree. So Bree, we left off talking about the Peer Advisory Council, also known as the PAC. So you were talking about the barbecue that happened back in June. Are there any events that are up and coming that the Peer Advisory Council is talking about doing? Is there got anything for me?
Yes. Actually, just of last month, I became the event coordinator of the Peer Advisory Council.
Ooh.
Yeah. And also, I am now part of the board.
She is now part of our Minnesota Recovery Connection board, so she is just getting involved, folks.
And right now, what I am trying to plan is a Halloween party at Avivo, and I'm trying to
Avivo, the treatment center, or the tiny village? You don't know. I feel like
I just know Avivo.
I just got deer in headlights when I answered that question.
I just know Avivo.
Okay, sounds good.
Details coming soon.
Okay, sounds good. As soon as I know, we'll make sure you all know.
And then one other thing that I'm trying to coordinate with a couple of other organizations is a trunk or treat.
Okay, so what's that? So people that don't know what that is.
So what I'm thinking is we have a ton of cars lined up, some decorated with Halloween display and all that kind of stuff, handing out candy for the kids, and some of them have a recovery type of theme to it and handed out harm reduction type of stuff.
Oh, okay. So it's for adults and kids.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who are you thinking of partnering for that?
I talked to Recovery Cafe today, and I know that church has a trunk or treat, and she's gonna see if they can just latch on to them, so that way we can add the sober part into it.
Oh, sure.
The recovery part into it.
Part of it, yeah.
And then I also reached out. I believe Just Hope might be trying to do something. I just have to reach out to them because I know they want to do something. But I do got a lot of organizations once we find a time and date and all that kind of stuff that would want to join in, like Blue Cross and Fraser and like a whole bunch of places, Nystrom.
That's awesome. So you got some things to look forward to, and as soon as I know details, I'll make sure that we announce it on our show so that we can get the most people to show up for it. So when we were on break, Bree said that she wanted to mention some music that helped her get through her recovery.
Yes. So when I first got out of Berkwood and went to the Haven and stuff,
the Haven Women's Treatment Center, right?
The Haven in Woodbury.
Okay.
Yeah, it's outpatient. But when I was there, I came across this group called Citizen Soldier.
Okay.
They're like rock, emo, and other kind of stuff. But this group is very inspirational to me.
It sounds dark.
Yeah, some of the music is dark, but it has a positive message at the end.
Okay.
But what gets me about this group is that I don't feel alone when I listen to their music. So some of the members are also in recovery. They're in active recovery. One of them is from Minnesota, and the leader of the group, he is a therapist, a mental health therapist.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what he, like, just that alone, he went through his addiction. He went through all this kind of stuff, and he's given back in a more positive way, especially being a therapist and also through their music. I actually went to their concert. Dee took me to their concert last year.
Oh, how was that?
It was fun.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I got tattoos and everything. I mean,
Oh
not tattoos, but autographs on my arms and everything.
Oh my gosh. So you did have fun.
Yeah. Last year was very big for me. Like,
How so?
because that was the first time I've actually lived life, like going to concerts. And like, I went to the Flow Rider concert, went to Thunder Down Under.
I know that you are, yeah.
Went to a couple of those. Like, I honestly think if I was still using, I would not experience any of that.
No, you wouldn't.
Not at all.
So you're finally in a place where you're able to live your life to the fullest.
Yep.
In the best way that you can. And you're remembering it too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, for those that aren't in recovery, that is the thing. That being able to remember when you do things is a big deal.
Yeah, I used to be a blackout drunk. So I used to drink just to purposely black out. Or like, I think my strangest thing that I've ever done up on drugs, my mixture was mix acid, meth, alcohol, and mushrooms together.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's not your life anymore, though.
I know, right?
And thank goodness, because like I've said this all show, but you're the woman that you're meant to be now. You're the mother that you're meant to be. You get to be with your significant other in a healthy way, in a healthy relationship, right?
Yeah, in the past 2 years, we haven't fought, which I find very weird.
That's a good thing.
It's weird.
I know, but how good does that feel?
It feels good, but I feel like something's missing.
I mean, I don't fight with my boyfriend, so I don't know how much help I am either in that. but it shows what a healthy relationship looks like. You know?
Yeah.
And it's showing your kids how healthy you are.
I'm just remembering the past. Like, we used to argue to the point where we would be in a car and people would be like, pull over, and we would just walk.
I can't even imagine that. The way that I see you and I see Darnell, I can't see it now. But you're in a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
You know, you get to spend time with your kids, or be the mom that you want to be. Be the girlfriend that you want to be.
Yeah. Get to experience new things. And I am part of this support group for my son.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'll be telling them about some of the events that MRC has gone on to reach out to them, because I know a lot of the people that I am in this group with might be new to Minnesota or don't know much about Minnesota.
Sure.
So what I did, was it yesterday, was I reached out to them, gave them a website where they can go on there and find free or inexpensive stuff to do with the family, or like trunk or treats. I invited them to come join me and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to help people as much as I can, even though I'm still learning a lot of things. Yeah, I'm still in the learning thing, but
you're
as I learn, I can teach.
But you're helping, though.
Yep.
You're making a difference in other people's lives, even if you don't see it right away. But you're making a difference, and you're showing up, and that is something that recovery has given you. So look at you.
I might be late, but I'll be there.
As long as you show up, that's what matters. Okay, so I want to end the show with. I like to end the show with something positive and motivational. Yes, Bree.
I got one more thing to add.
Okay, you got 1 minute.
Just one more thing.
You got 1 minute.
So as far as the Peer Advisory Council, we meet up on a second Thursday of the month. We can either do in person at 800 Transfer Road, which is Suite 31, which is Minnesota Recovery Connections base, or we can do it through Zoom, which is on the PAC website, which is also on MRC website.
Or just give us a call and we'll help you get involved with the PAC. That might be easier.
There you go.
Okay. So, Bree, give me a real quick motivational for somebody that's listening that might need something motivational.
Don't give up. Whatever you might be going through in life right now, it's not the biggest hill that there is. Trust and believe. There's bigger hills out there and you can get through this one. And plus, if you need help, just call me. I'm available. I have time.
She does. Thank you for listening to Redefining Recovery, a recovery revolution here on AM 950, the progressive radio station. Bye.
Bye.
Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-da.